Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our interview. Our team is conformed with Ingrid, Ricardo, and me, Hernan.
Okay. This is Lorena Costa. She is a bacteriologist at the Secretaría Distrital de Salud de Bogotá, of Bogotá. Okay, this is an interview.
Hello, Lorena Costa. How are you?
Compañero. Hi, Ingrid. I'm fine. Thanks for inviting me to that place to this interview. So, what is the first question?
Thank you. One question. How in the problem of antibiotics resisted in Colombia?
Well, first of all, I think that the problem with the resistant antibiotics is that the people that use that medicine doesn't know how to use it. So that could generate a lot of problems in our health and in the community because when a person has illness or feel sick, they start to use some pills and some medicines, but they don't know how to use it. So that makes troubles because that person could feel worse at the end of their illness, and that is a really big problem in our city.
Thank you, Lorena. Too many people still hold antibiotics without a vote.
There's a lot of people that use that pills or that medicine without an order of the health person who, like a doctor, who prescribe that order. And that is dangerous because the people who use that, for instance, in a pharmacy, they don't know the symptoms of the illness. That person could use a pill that it doesn't work for the illness or makes he feels worse.
Thank you, Lorena. What advice do you usually relate to about this drug problem?
I think that the most important advice is that always that you have an illness or you feel sick or whatever symptom that you have to go to the doctor. You have to go to an appointment, and that you have to do so many tests for be sure that you have a bacteria in your system or other illness.
Thank you, Lorena. Do you think people in this time the list of antibiotic resistance?
Well, that is difficult. I think that the people doesn't know about that, and the people doesn't care about the importance of the resistance because they just think that I'm just taking a pill and I'm gonna feel better, but it doesn't because that makes me feel worse, and they when I do that, I create a bigger problem that I usually start. The, the problem that I start.
Thank you. What disease are common in Colombia now?
Well, nowadays in Colombia we have a lot of illness, but as we know, we are a tropical country, so our biggest problem are Zika, dengue, and some breathing illness, like in some cases COVID or some flus or something like that.
Thank you.
Okay, Lorena. This is is a third topic of interview. The safari food, health, public health. This is a first question. How do you check that food and water are safe?
Well, first of all, the most important thing is visualize the food and the water. You have to check that they don't have a big particles, and it always is important that always you have to boil the water, and also it's really really important that always you clean or wash your food, especially when we talk about vegetables and fruits, because there are a lot of little bugs, maybe bacteria that could hurt your stomach, and that make you feel sick and sometimes.
Thank
Lorena, have you ever worked in a community poor access to clean water?
Yes, I have to use a lot of things to make some bags for that community that have the all the tools to make the clean water. For instance, it's like a bag with some pills that they have to put on the water, and the water start to get clean, and after that they have to boil for around 10 minutes, and that water starts to be clean, and it's useful for drink and cook some food.
Okay, cool.
Well, Lorena, the topic 5 is a challenge in public health. Lorena, what is the biggest challenge in Colombia now?
Well, I think that one of the biggest challenge in Colombia is that we have to improve a lot of topics, sorry, with public health. For instance, like with food, with water, like we already talk about, and because there are a lot of people in our community that don't have the access to the information, to the tools, to the food, or even water, and that makes that the people get sick, and that makes a lot of troubles in our health. So I think that the biggest trouble is the information, and to try to get closer with that people, sorry, that they don't have the access. So I think that it's to share information and tools for a big and a strong community in health.
Okay, Lorena, thank you. Okay, Lorena, do you think that Colombia needs more project publics?
Yeah, I think that we need more projects in health because, like I told you before, our community is so weak in some places. Maybe not here in town, but there are a lot of countries that need food, water, and system of health that covers all the problems that they need. I mean, some illness about breathing, some parasites, or sometimes illness that it goes like for a parasite like Zika, like dengue, and I think that we could work in that specific that people specifically, and we could work and maybe we could get some results that makes that Colombia gets better in health.
Okay, thank you, Lorena. Well, Lorena, what is your opinion on the health reform?
Well, I think that first of all, it's a process that we have to consider it, about it, and maybe we have to think how we are going to develop that subject. So I think that their reform could work because now the health has a lot of troubles, but I think that we could think in what kind of things we could keep and what things we could change. So I think that it's a process. I think that it's not something that we could change with a paper in a 2 5 years. I think that it's a process for all the people and for all the system that we have to change, and I don't know, like we have to develop. So maybe I think that it's something for a really long time. Maybe it's a plan for, I think that maybe 6 or 10 years for that we have a correct work or functionality of the system in health here in Colombia.
Okay, thank you, Lorena, so much.
Thank you, Lori, for the interview.
Okay,
It's a pleasure for me.
Thank you.
bye guys.
Bye, guys. Thank
a
you
nice
for
day.
view our interview. Thank you so much.